How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 4 of the HR Office, our podcast here on Hardest Reset. As always, I'm Greg, and I'm joined here by May. Say hello. Hello. We're also joined here by Mira. Give us a bomb. There you go, because I know you're always going to do it. So welcome to episode 4. We're hoping this is going to be a shorter podcast. Key operative word is hoping. But we only got a couple topics. We got some updates on the TellTale situation, breaking down some of the latest shit that's been happening on Hardest Reset. And then probably the biggest topic is the My Hero Academia movie we're going to be talking about. I have a feeling we're going to go into full spoilers, which is why I want to put it at the end, because if people want to dip out before all the spoilers for the movie, we'll go ahead and talk about it accordingly. Oh yeah, the movie just recently came out. Spoiler alert, it's a damn good movie, if I do say so myself. We'll talk about that at the end.
Tag your spoilers.
Damn, how fucking dare I, right? So, cheers, my dudes. Let's go ahead and jump right on into this podcast. At least there's no dead air because you heard the sound of me slurping on my beer.
Ew. That's gross.
That's not how people drink beer? People don't go...
I didn't know this was an ASMR channel.
An ASMR channel?
Yeah, it's ASMR. Yeah, that was clear out.
ASMR.
ASMR?
It's the abbreviation.
Who says no? I know. Who says ASMR?
It's all I've always heard. No, yeah, hold on. This is our first topic.
ASMR?
Why do you call?
Because this is literally the only time I've heard it pronounced.
Really? Oh, I always hear people say, "Oh yeah, I'm watching an ASMR video."
Can I say ASMR kind of creeps me out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like.
It's supposed to be soothing in certain aspects. I think it depends on the topic, because there's some that are actually kind of soothing to watch. Like I've watched a couple that are soothing.
The only soothing, because people talk about, I get a tingle in the back of my neck and stuff. I'm like, I mean, it's calming, but I don't get this I don't get the auditory response to it.
I get a calm feeling if it's someone talking in a very low voice.
I understand.
That's fine, but
I can
anything else, like people
eating or people crinkling paper and shit, or like moving around like a fucking binaural microphone, which basically binaural is like, it literally is like two channels. Like this microphone's your left ear, this microphone's your right ear, and if you move around, the sound changes and stuff like that. It's not like a stereo and mono setting. It's like all around. I will give the benefit of the doubt on people talking. There are some people I'm like, this person can talk all night and like just talk about whatever.
They can read a phone book and
they could,
and I would enjoy
and it's calming and it's nice, But like the whole like crinkling paper and eating into the microphone, I'm just like that.
Eating into the microphone is just gross anyway.
Yeah,
some people are into that though.
Dude, so there were some old videos of like TSG that I don't know if I was like eating into the microphone at one point, or we had like chips with us or something. It was like one of us would eat into the microphone. I'm like, how do I cut this out? I was like, I can't. It unnerves me. I can't do it, dude. I was like, ugh, man, it's pretty interesting. ASMR.
I like ASMR videos. It sounds like you're saying ass, like the at.
Like ass, myrrh.
And then myrrh. Like myrrh or something.
Like gold, frankincense, and myrrh?
That's what it sounds like to me.
See, I hear the S as a Z, so it's more like asthma.
Oh, see,
that sounds like a derby way to say asthma. It's like, oh my god, I got asthma.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because ASMR, so I think asthma, because you pronounce S as like S. I don't know.
I just think of myrrh, like gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Or that Vine is like, I brought you myrrh. What? Murder. Judas, no. You never saw that Vine. That's an old Vine. It's like, nope. I brought gold. I brought frankincense. I brought myrrh.
Who's frankincense?
Frankincense or like a spice.
It is?
Yeah, I think. God, I was the religious one.
I just know there's an incense of frankincense.
That's probably the same thing.
It is, yeah.
It's probably literally a spice or a scent.
Yeah.
Or incense or something like that. So it's like, the one guy that brought gold to Jesus' manger, do you think the other two wise men were like, what the fuck, dude? Because it's like, listen, we
can't top that.
They probably brought up, like, alright, I got the incense, I got the spices, like, I brought some fucking gold. It's like, wow, fucking brag about it, dude. We're going to see a baby. It's like, but it's the king. It's like, yeah, I know he's the king, but he's also going to enjoy some nice smelling incense and some spice, dude.
He wasn't invited to the Christmas party.
He was, dude, the Christmas party before Christ. Oh man, that was the first Christmas party. The meeting at the manger when all like the wise men and everyone showed up and the shepherds all showed up. That was the first Christmas party, dude. And it's only October. Why are we talking about Christmas? No.
I blame Brad for having Christmas Bear last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we did have Christmas Bear on 14. I wish we were recording that. That was really good.
I missed Christmas Bear. I didn't see Christmas Bear.
Christmas Bear was fucking great.
Did he have a hat? Like a Santa?
He literally had like a Santa outfit. He had a Santa hat and
That's cute.
Some sort of like coat or whatever.
Yeah, he's got like a little coat, like a bear coat and like a Santa hat, and you could throw presents.
Oh, okay, I did see it before.
Yeah, because all I know is like Greg is standing still somewhere, and all of a sudden shit's getting thrown at him. It's
yeah,
like,
because he was
there was like a burst of like snowflakes or light or something. And I'm like,
you're just like, what the fuck are those snowflakes from? And you're just like, oh, it's Kanan. Okay.
I was like, what the fuck is being thrown at you? And he turns around and Kanan's on a Christmas Bear.
Christmas Bear. There you go. Yeah, because since Kanan was helping me level up in 14 last night.
Whenever you play tonight, just have him be like, hey, can I see Christmas Bear?
Yeah. To remind me.
Dude.
I think Chrissy has one too.
I love my chair where I just kind of sit like this and it's like all stoic and shit.
You're like right in front of the fire.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it was her Sherlocking it over here.
Dude, I was in my mind palace last night. When I got back to the company house, I was just like, I'm in my mind palace. That's all I'm doing. And then you had May over here. It's like, yo, look at that handsome, look at that good looking boy. I was like, damn, I tried. Listen, elves are hot. Elves are pretty great. That's why
my first exposure to it was Legolas from The Lord of the Rings.
That's pretty great.
I liked Legolas.
I liked Legolas. Who was the first elf I ever thought was hot? Oh, probably the chick that Aragorn was trying to bang.
Arwen.
Arwen. I was like, damn, she pretty.
See, I was gonna make a joke and be like, Link. Totally.
I'm sure there are
because he's totally a little elf boy.
Well, he is. But I'm fairly certain that, excuse me, Hylian, I don't want to get my fucking races and fantasy RPGs all mixed up.
We're in the minority anyway. We liked Wind Waker.
Oh, dude, Wind Waker was so good.
Everyone was like, Wind Waker was shit, and I'm just sitting there like,
Wind Waker Wind Waker's my favorite. Wind Waker's my favorite Zelda. It's a lot of people.
Your favorite was Majora's Mask.
My N64 favorite's Majora. Majora's top 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because for me it goes Wind Waker because I played the ever living fuck out of Wind Waker. I know why you like
Wind Waker.
Because a bunch of seamen on boats.
No.
Why?
Because your favorite character's in there.
No, not Tingle.
Yes, Tingle.
Not Tingle.
Tingle's your all-time
Tingle's the reason why I can understand people hated the game because the whole fetch quest at the end, that was a big deal because
Tingle's your BFF.
People were just pissed because
big fucking fuck up. That's what he is.
People were just pissed. It's like, this is not my link. Hashtag not my link.
Hashtag not my link. No.
Y'all feel threatened by a Toon Link?
Yeah, right. For me, it goes Wind Waker, then Majora.
And then Ocarina?
And then what?
He doesn't like Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina is...
Greg does not like Ocarina
I have the controversial opinion of... it's not a bad game, but I played Majora so much more. And I was also... like, okay, to put it all on the line, Star Wars Episode 5... Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars, and that was my introduction to darker storylines, and I loved the darker storyline of Majora compared to, like, the general, oh, I'm gonna go save the universe, kind of, save the world kind of story of Ocarina of Time. I'm also gonna say, Ocarina of Time's not a bad game. Trust me, it's not. If I'm gonna choose one over the other, I'm going to choose Majora's Mask, because I like the darker storyline, which is why my number 3 all-time favorite is Twilight Princess.
With Midna, right? With
Midna, yeah. A lot of that shit in that was a very... well-written game.
You get to be a wolf.
Yeah, you get to be a wolf. You get to be Pupper. It's pretty great. Yeah, it's like that. I played that on both the GameCube and the Wii, and
It's like you turn into a wolf. Well, then why do I want to finish playing the game?
Because then you essentially turn out of a wolf.
I don't want to though. Wolves are great.
I mean, wolves are great.
Awoo.
Awoo. Oh yeah, get a straight up awoo on this bitch. There you go. But how did we get on this tangent of Zelda? Oh, because you were talking about elves. Babe, let's see. The internet knows our opinion on elves. What are your opinion on elves?
They're okay.
They're okay.
They're just okay.
They're okay. Then what's your favorite fantasy race then?
Yeah.
I don't really think I have a favorite.
I thought you liked tieflings.
I mean, that's a recent thing, though.
Well,
tieflings are pretty great.
It's not so technically considered a fantasy race, though.
It is. It's in Dungeons and Dragons. I would consider it a fantasy race.
I thought you meant like from like.
No, we're just talking about fantasy race.
Just in general. It could be.
You can saying it could be past, yeah.
I've always loved elves, but I'm also gonna say if I had like a top 3 fantasy races, tieflings are like on my top 3 because ever since I got introduced to tieflings and campaign 1 or Critical Role, I was like, shit, tieflings are awesome, dude. Also pretty tragic backstories for some of them, but yeah. So, why are elves just okay, babe?
Yeah, what's wrong with elves?
I was never really into fantasy, per se. I was more of, like, horror-based.
Horror, yeah.
She likes them ghosty goos.
She likes the... Oh, okay.
Likes the ghouls.
What is your favorite... Since well, I'll spin this question. Also, since it's spooky month, I can ask the question. What is your favorite, like, kind of horror? Are we talking, like, paranormal shit? Are we talking, like, Jason chasing after you? Are we talking, like, body horror, like, fucking Saw or shit like that? Are we talking... I don't know. Like, are we talking werewolves? Like, what are we talking?
A little bit of anything.
A little bit of everything.
As long as the story is interesting.
What is your favorite? Okay, I'll spin to this. What is your favorite, like, horror? Like, God, what's the word? What's the fucking word? Like, your favorite, like, because they're technically the bad guys in horror movies, but like,
So your villains, basically.
who are your favorite horror villains?
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger, that's a good one. That's a really fucking good one. I remember watching Nightmare on Elm Street when I was in high school, and like my sister had never seen it, and I'd seen it a little bit before then, and my sister was like, "Well, I'm not sleeping tonight." Like, she loves horror though.
I was gonna say, like, Freddy Krueger is probably my favorite, and then right after that be Michael Myers, just because Halloween was my very first
I
horror
am
movie.
really hyped for that new Halloween. The fact that they got Jamie Lee Curtis back, that shit looks wild as hell.
It's like, I'm not gonna lie, I want to see that.
I do too. Yeah, it looks really good.
I like Casper.
Hey, Casper's
That's good.
pretty great.
No, you love Casper and you love Alucard in Castlevania.
Yes.
There you go. Those are your two.
In a way, I mean, Alucard kind of can be a villain. I mean,
He is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alucard is the vampire, yes.
Out of horror villains, I like Dracula from Castlevania.
That's a good one.
He is a villain.
That's a very
I
good
like
one.
him because he's classy and he strikes fear into the heart of mortals and like causes blood to rain down from the sky and then summons monsters and kills everybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I do like Casper though.
Casper's pretty
Casper's
good.
not really.
Well, since vampires got brought up, I have a question for you then.
Ooh, okay.
For classic like horror archetypes like Dracula, Frankenstein, do you have a favorite
It was
out
always,
of the classic ones?
It was always Dracula.
Always?
I guess it's just because I'm like a goth emo piece of shit, but I have always loved vampires.
What is a man?
What's it?
What is a man? A little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Basically, no. Yeah, I've always loved vampires, which is why I was really pissed off when Twilight fucking ruined vampires, and vampires will never be cool again. No, I'm kidding. Vampires got redeemed in the Netflix Castlevania series.
From Interview with the Vampire. That was a good book.
Oh, Lestat.
That was good. Yeah, that was.
Lestat or Louis?
Lestat? I don't remember Louis that much.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
That's awesome.
I read the book in high school, guys.
God damn.
Did you ever see the movie?
Nope.
No?
See, I never read the book, but I watched the movie.
I read the book.
Yeah.
But I like Lestat though.
May, did you ever watch Queen of the Damned?
Oh my god, Queen of the Damned.
I tried.
That is all Lestat.
I tried. I think I got scared at that one.
Queen of the
She was
Damned.
like really scary.
Queen of the Damned is probably up there as one of my favorite like vampire lore-esque movies. Just because I loved just the movie in general. The whole story of like they were filming the movie, and what was the name of the main chick? The actress who had died in the plane crash?
Alia.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I always forget. It's like, yeah, the chick who played
Akasha.
The chick who played Akasha, the main chick in Queen of the Damned, she died in a plane crash when they were finishing filming. And they were finishing filming, right?
She was like super young too.
She was like 20 something. Yeah, it was like it was sudden, and it was like there was only like 4 people in the plane, and they all died, and I'm like, that fucking sucks. But then on top of that, you had Jonathan Davis from Korn who did the soundtrack, who's also in the movie, and that was awesome. And then you had like he pulled in a bunch of people. He pulled in like David Draymond from Disturbed, Chester from Linkin Park. He pulled in, God, like, didn't he pull in Till from Rammstein on one of the songs?
Oh, that I don't know.
I don't remember. I'm not.
Wasn't there a group like, what were they called? X-Static or Static?
Static X. Yeah, you got
Static
Wayne Static
X,
from
okay.
Static X. Yeah. It's got. We're talking shit. You do not. The only words you understood was Chester from Linkin Park. That's all you understood at one point. May's just like, yeah.
Yeah, they were cool. They did the music. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's not wrong.
I mean, the song Chester did was fucking great.
I mean, music's important in a movie.
That is very
Did they
true.
have Marilyn Manson in there too?
I think Marilyn Manson was, and I think the guy from Orgy was on the soundtrack too.
Was he?
Yeah. Orgy was an industrial metal band in the 90s.
She's just hearing the word orgy
I'm
and giggling.
not lying. Orgy is not just a bunch of people fucking. It was a 90s industrial metal band. And yeah, it's pretty great.
One day I'll be mature enough not to laugh at the word orgy.
Let's be real.
Today is
I still laugh at that fucking name. It's pretty great.
Sure.
I've known about that band since I got into like heavy music, and I still laugh at the name Orgy. It's like Butthole Surfers. Like I still laugh at that. I still laugh at that is a legit band. They are called Butthole Surfers.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of Butthole Surfers?
I haven't either. Well, to be fair though, I don't know most bands. So.
I'm the only one.
I was gonna say, you can't just single me
I was
this.
hoping at least you would have at least heard of Butthole Surfers.
Why would I ever have heard of it?
Because they're, I don't know. God damn it.
Were they surfing USA?
In the butthole.
Right in the butthole, yeah.
In the butthole? Up the butt, Flynn.
Hashtag not my USA.
Let's look for the air out, Sharia. Let's go to
Got the butt.
Out the butt,
Sharia. God damn it. Oh my god. This wasn't even on the fucking topic list. This is fucking great. So before we get into that, so I had another thing. Robit wanted me to tell you, May. He messaged me this. Tell May to get good music tastes.
Okay.
Well, okay.
That's never gonna happen.
Says someone who's not even commenting on the stream.
Yeah, right.
It'll never happen, but I will. I'll get better music taste.
I'll get better.
He'll come in here just to retype that.
There you fucking
Who said
go.
I wasn't in the stream?
There you go. No, I wanted to bring this thing up real quick. It was an article about 25 pictures people who were born after 2000 will never understand. I'm just gonna read off some of these things. I think we all understand these. So, by the way, Robit sent a photo of him. Oh wow, Robit says he's been chatting the whole time, and I have, yeah,
0 chat.
There's no chat comments on the chat, Robit. Like holy shit. Robit says Link is an elf twink. Awoo it's the Butthole Surfers. Robit says y'all ain't reading. We don't see anything.
They're literally.
There's no comments right here.
Take a picture of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking show him right now.
Yeah, there is no chat.
Fucking stream comments at all. It's pretty fucking wild.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. We argue with our friends on the internet. Robot says y'all racist against robots. No, we just don't see anything.
No, but apparently Twitch is racist.
Apparently Twitch is racist against robots. Anyway, so people who are born after 2000 will not understand these things. Number one, the overhead projector.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember taking.
I was in like I think my second year of high school maybe. They started putting those in.
Really?
Like the smart boards.
Oh,
they just started putting them in.
Right.
And everyone was like, "Oh my god," because they were letting the kids like play with it in the room.
My school was too ghetto to ever have it. I'm just going to bring up the chat here because apparently it's not showing up on our end for some reason. I have no idea at all.
But yeah, the smart board thing just like blew our minds when they first started putting them in.
Right. It's like, oh man. Did you ever have a smart board at all?
Who, her?
Yeah. May. Did you ever have a smart board at all?
A what?
A smart board.
What?
They're basically kind of like an electronic, like, almost like a chalkboard per se, but instead of writing on an actual board, you write on a screen.
Right, yeah.
It's all, like, computerized and shit. It would always, like, be right in front of the chalkboard.
Right.
Nope, we had chalkboards.
I mean, we still had chalkboards, but, like, when the smartboard came in, they didn't really use the chalkboard anymore.
No, went from chalkboards then straight to whiteboards.
Damn.
I don't even know. I've never even heard of a smartboard.
Whiteboard might be close enough.
Whiteboard, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. So, alright, so I have the chat up from Twitch itself now, so if Robot wants to
no comments show up now, then...
Oh, yeah, then it's just Twitch hating on Robot then. So, the overhead projector, that's one. Floppy disks. Did y'all ever get to use floppy disks in school?
Not in school, but at home, yes.
My favorite thing to do was when I was a kid was I would say, oh, the computer's hungry. So I would get a floppy disk and I'd stick it in there. Like
that's actually pretty adorable.
Okay, I'd feed the computer and then I'd push it back out and I'm like, okay, the computer's fed.
Robot says, suck my penis.
See, my grandma used to have like a word processor, and it only took floppy disks, and so that was what I would write fanfiction on.
Damn!
No, that's how I started writing stories.
Oh, that's wild. The
Yeah.
fanfiction floppy disk. So the FFD.
They weren't even like explicit fanfics either. They were just like me, like
how she has to say they weren't explicit.
Well, she's probably like 10, like.
Well, because he's read some fanfic that I've written.
Yeah, I have recently.
He's just like, you've always been like that? No.
But yeah, that's what I would do with floppy disk as a kid. I'd feed the computer because it was hungry every day.
Here's another one. Napster.
I remember Napster.
Yeah.
Napster. I remember. What is it? Do you remember a song that you got off of Napster that was like?
I never used Napster. I used LimeWire.
My cousins
I just knew about Napster.
My
dad downloaded Limp Bizkit's Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water off of Napster. That's one of their records. Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water.
Ew, that sounds nasty.
It does kind of, yeah.
Do you know what a chocolate starfish is? It's a butthole.
Oh.
Is hot dog water a term for penis pee?
Penis pee.
I don't know what hot dog flavored water is supposed to be a reference to.
It's probably just pee.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah, Mira, suppose this says, Mira is so old she wrote /fix on floppy disk.
I started writing...
I didn't write /fix.
I was say, when I started writing fanfiction, I wrote it by hand, and then I type it on the computer and saved it on the computer.
The notebook's long gone. Penis pee. I don't have the notebook anymore, but I used to have like a journal that I'd write all my fanfictions in. Yeah. Number 4. Did y'all ever get to use Windows 95 at all?
That was the first. That was the first thing I used.
Yo, number 5 is video rental stores, dude. Hitting up the
block. My god.
Hitting up block.
Do you guys remember Hollywood Video?
Dude, when I moved to San Bernardino, we would always rent our movies at Hollywood Video because Blockbuster was too far away. But Hollywood Video is just right there. Yep. So we went to fucking. Y'all are degenerates.
That's how I got Quest 64 from Hollywood Video.
That's how I played Pokemon Stadium.
Yep, same here. And Pokemon Snap.
See, I was like, we had...
same with Pokemon Snap, yeah.
We had Blockbuster, and then we had, like, your local mom and pop.
Yeah.
Stores. We didn't have Hollywood... What
Video?
Hollywood Video.
Okay.
But it's like we had Blockbuster, but then if you went the other direction, you had, like, Mrs. Jones Video Store. And it's like, that was the local, like, mom and pop. Yeah, Hollywood Video, Robots Crying. Yeah, I remember that. That shit was fun, dude. Passing notes in class.
Yep. Used to do that.
Yes. Before, passing notes in class. There's a thing here called GAC. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, GAC is like that slime.
Oh, okay.
See, I don't think I ever had that.
Yeah,
Nickelodeon GAC. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
I never had it, but I think
I never had it either, but
Tamagotchis and
yep. I had a Buzz Lightyear one in Disneyland.
Nice.
I had one that was a dog at one time, and I accidentally fell asleep, and I woke up, and it died. And I was just like, this is so upsetting.
Dude, school was such a distraction from taking care of your Tamagotchi child, dude. Or Neopets.
I used to play that.
Neopets is still around.
It is.
Yeah, it still is.
But yeah, like Tamagotchis, I was just like, I gotta feed my puppy.
No. And then you'd forget to clean its poop, and then it died. And you're just like, oh, man.
Mine apparently ran away, and it died.
Oh,
like, how?
Great. Moon boots.
What?
Fucking moon boots.
I saw commercials.
Oh,
of them, but I never had them.
Please tell me Sock and Boppers are going to be on
Sock and Boppers.
Oh, playing MASH. You remember the game MASH?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mary something. Yeah, MASH. Yep,
where it's like you set up a bunch of things like this, and you play that. I remember that game. Yeah. That was fun. Play Fortune Tellers.
I called them Cootie Catchers.
The Cootie Catchers?
We never had a name for them. We just like...
Everyone in my school would call them Cootie Catchers.
We just make one and be like, you want to play? And we're like, yeah. We never had a name for them.
So they call this the original fidget spinner? You had
yep,
to balance the bird on the...
Balance birdie thing.
Yeah, the balance bird. Yeah, absolutely.
My grandma has one of those still.
The Talk Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Talk Boys. There you go.
Y'all
are old, right? French Toast Crunch.
Yeah. Don't even get that now.
Robit, you remember Hollywood Video. You're technically old,
You're technically old
as
well,
still get that around. I think they brought that back.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No, the toast, the French toast.
Oh, French toast. Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can get those now.
Zip drives. Which basically are like larger floppy drives.
Oh, so a little mini computer to feed. Okay.
Basically, yeah.
I didn't get that as a kid.
No, I didn't have that either.
McDonald's Land cookies.
What? They have cookies.
Yeah, they have little cookies.
They did?
Yeah, they had tiny little cookies.
Shit, I'm missing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I never knew what they were.
Y'all remember pagers?
Yeah, that's what the doctors would use back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You can still see that in...
Yo, hit up my beeper, dude. Remember they're called fucking beepers?
Ruben says ours wasn't a corporate, though. Ours was a franchise.
It didn't die till like 2012.
You still know it. You're technically old.
Yeah, back in the day, like, even when if you watch the old episodes of House, they still have pagers.
Yeah.
That's how you know how old it was.
A CD scratch equaling a kiss of death. If you ever scratched your favorite
God.
CD. You want to know a fun fact? I had to use my second copy of Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory because the first one got scratched by my sister on accident. and it forever fucked up the CD. And I was like, because this is before even Meteora came out, and I'm just like, fuck, I need to listen to the CD. And luckily, I had gotten it from Christmas at my mom's house too, so I'm like, I gotta listen to this version now. So it was, yeah.
Or like the ultimate betrayal when you're listening to it in the CD player and it skips because you moved.
Oh yeah, because you bumped your CD player the wrong way.
Or like you're walking with it and it skips even though you're trying to keep it as still as you can.
Yeah.
It's like this ultimate betrayal.
Shut up, you old people! Did you kill your sister? No, she's still alive today. I never killed her. Yeah. One Saturday morning, back when it seemed Saturday morning cartoons seemed like a religion. Yeah. One Saturday morning was a part of ABC's Disney Saturday morning lineup of cartoons that gave us such exploits like Pepper Ann, Doug, Recess, and the Weekenders. Pepper Ann. I vaguely remember Pepper Ann, but I remember Recess. Yep. We're talking Disney Channel, Recess. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, all those shows
Recess and Doug.
Recess and Doug, yeah.
All three of those shows you mentioned, I watched all three.
Mm-hmm. You brought this up earlier, the CD player problems. So it's like, yeah, you bump the CD player,
or like too big to fit in your pocket.
Oh yeah, like you couldn't fit that shit in your pocket.
They used to have like a pocket in your backpack that you could put it in, and you could feed the headphone wire like through the top of the backpack.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it always weirded me out because it was in the back of your backpack, and so like every time you moved, it was going to be hitting against your back. It made no sense.
And then butterfly clips.
Oh yeah,
I remember those. Yep.
Yeah, my sister had so many of these fucking things.
You still get those.
Oh, here we go. Dial-up internet.
I remember the times, when you went on there, no one could call. So, like, my parents would always get mad if they knew if I was on the internet because they couldn't call. So, it would be times where I have to, like, I'd go on it.
Or, God forbid, you're waiting for a call.
I would, like, unplug the thing real fast for a little bit, wait for them to call. And if they didn't do it, I'd do it again. I would just unplug it.
I remember I tried to get on the internet and my mom was like, I gotta do a conference call. I'm like, no!
Yep.
Fuck.
Or like those times your parents are like, I'm expecting a call, but they don't tell you when
you're expecting the call. So you're like, okay, I can get on the computer while I wait, and then it's like you're doing something, and then you lose everything. You're like, oh, remember when it take like 10 minutes to download like a 4 kilobyte image?
Yep.
Damn, that was some dark times. Here's one I vaguely remember. Columbia House subscription.
What?
It was a service that allowed you to buy a bunch of cassette tapes for a monthly fee.
Oh, nope, never heard of this.
Hey guys, cassette tapes.
Oh,
that's
remember.
a thing.
Sierra Games. There you go. Sierra Games.
What?
Sierra.
What the fuck is that?
You don't remember Sierra Games? You were a game studio that brought. Yeah.
Bro.
I never knew game studios growing up.
Yeah.
Let me bring up everying Sierra Games has done.
We'll finish the list first.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, we'll do that. So the rest of the list is.
That way we don't get too sidetracked.
Life before the invention of the internet, which is just you weren't on the internet.
Outside and play.
Yeah, remember us going. That was the last thing, by the way. Life before the internet. Yeah,
I
remember riding your bikes to the store.
Yep.
God, I remember
playing with chalk.
Oh yeah, it's like you do little chalk drawings and stuff like that. I remember just like I said, riding my bike to the store,
or just running around in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I remember because our one friend, my one best friend when I was young, had a pool. All summer long, we were always at his pool, and it's like, and then we was like, when it hit 10 p.m., we'd be like, night swim, let's fucking go. It was a lot of fun, and then we also, well, I didn't do it because I was too fat to get up on top of it, but they had like a spa area. They would climb on the brick wall and then get onto the roof and jump into the deep end of the pool. But I was a fat fuck as a kid. I could not do that shit.
Just imagine trying to climb. You can't even fucking do it.
Imagine fat ass fucking Greg.
It's worse than trying to do a pull up in gym and just not being able to do it. You can't even bring yourself up over the wall.
So Sierra Games had a list. I just want like a list of their games, dude.
History or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
I feel like I should know them, but
they did King's Quest.
Police Quest.
They did Police Quest.
Yeah,
they did Gabriel Knight.
Quest 64.
List of video games.
I don't recognize any of these games.
Mystery Hot, Did I See, Crossfire, Jawbreaker, I'm trying to see.
I don't know any.
Well, it doesn't help if you're mumbling the title.
Frogger.
They did
Frogger!
They did Ultima.
What the fuck is Ultima?
It was a popular RPG and then turned into an MMO. Yeah, King's Quest.
Ultima Escape.
Yeah.
Donald Duck's Playground.
Winnie the Pooh, The Hungry Acre Woods. There you go.
Oh,
yeah, King's Quest 2. Black Cauldron, King's Quest 3, Space Quest, Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh. The only thing over there besides that was fucking Frogger.
Yeah, Frogger.
That's the only thing I understood.
Let's see.
Yeah, Sliphead. Yeah, I don't recognize any of this.
You don't recognize any of these fucking games.
No.
How do you not know what King's Quest is?
Because, Greg, when I started my video game adventure, I started with the...
Goblins!
I started with the N64, and I played Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap, that's a good start.
Yes. I mean, my dad had, like, the ColecoVision and whatnot.
Right.
But my introduction, really, that I played games myself, besides Galaga on the PS1 and stuff, was...
They had a game called Detroit.
We're not Detroit.
We're not Detroit.
Was Pokemon Snap on the N64.
Robot says, kick May out. Rob is now May.
What? Why?
Because you don't know any of these games.
So yeah, there you go. Oh, how do you not know they did NASCAR racing, dude?
Hasn't everyone done NASCAR?
Everyone's done a NASCAR game in some way, shape,
I
or
prefer
form.
pole position.
Pole position, that's a classic fucking game.
You know, I used to be really good at the game. I could get first place all the time.
Nice.
But not
So you
anymore.
got the pole position.
I did. But I'm not good at the game anymore, so I can't get first place.
My dad could probably relearn the game, and he'd be able to, like, school my ass at it. Like, I used to school his ass at, like, Xbox games and N64 games, but when it came to, like, the NES games, he owned my ass.
Like Halo.
Like Halo, yes.
Halo. And Gears of War.
Gears of War.
How come we don't play Gears of War anymore?
Because I don't have an Xbox.
May, I'm like half your age and I know this shit.
Damn.
You know what sounds good right now?
What sounds good right now?
Cookies.
Cookies? Do
From
something.
McDonald's.
Damn. Yo, McDonald's, Postmates, Uber Eats, can we get some fucking cookies?
I mean, can we though?
That sounds so good.
I mean.
Oh god, the cookies sound good. Anyway.
Damn.
They do, man.
I do.
I'll tell you
I
what's...
want some cookies while I play 14.
I'll tell you what's not good.
What?
The further bullshit going on with TellTale right now. So, ever since we talked about it 2 weeks ago, there's been some big updates. So, the first big update was, I remember that night you showed me the Twitter post from the voice actress for Clementine, who was like, I would...
What her name is?
Yeah. But, like, she was basically saying that, like...
60 nuggets are right.
Yeah, right? But it's like, she was basically, like, talking about, like, I loved working on this game. I really hope that they find somewhere to take it. It's like all that fun stuff. The good news for people who are fans of The Walking Dead, there is a company that recently acquired the game, and they're going to be finishing the game.
I wish they would do that for Wolf Among Us Season 2.
I wish, dude,
Season 1 was good.
Season 1, like, okay.
What I played was good.
The Wolf Among Us was probably my favorite of the TellTale games. Mm-hmm. Just because I loved the setting, I loved the storytelling, I loved just the whole thing. The characters were fucking awesome, dude. The story was really intriguing, and I wanted to solve the case, which was really good. And the fact that there's now not going to be a season 2. But that being said, you know how they canceled the Stranger Things game? Netflix has said they're still going to be bringing Stranger Things to, like, an interactive system in some way, shape, or form. I really hope that they find a good enough studio for it. I would be getting... God, what company do you think could do a good Stranger Things game?
Not TellTale.
Not that. I mean, they don't exist anymore.
Exactly.
Someone was saying that maybe the company that did Life is Strange could do it.
They could. They could do it because they've proven.
Because they're already kind of on that.
They've proven their worth with with Life is Strange, and then it's another game with Strange in it, Stranger Things. Yeah, right. I was saying that, or like even if they just got if whoever was working on it or like doing the prelim stuff. I mean, Netflix has a lot of money to throw around anyway now. But it's just like, even if they got like a company was able to license out the
But Life is Strange is shit.
Of course, Robot.
Hey, Robot, Life is Strange is what brought you Pompidou.
Yeah, right. Ooh,
the dog, right?
That's the doggo. Yes.
Robot was like, "Do not let Pompidou die,"
and he didn't. He was alive, very much well, absolutely. But yeah, I don't know what company would be good. I mean. Yeah. And there's actually another gaming related.
Sierra Entertainment.
There you go. Sierra can do it.
Pompidou is shit too.
Robot, don't say that about a doggo.
Hey, Robot, Life is Strange fan art.
I looked up fan art.
I clicked the first thing that popped up. That was your first mistake.
Wasn't a DeviantArt link or something like that?
I don't know.
But
I feel like you went to Google and typed it in, and it just brought up DeviantArt stuff.
Or Tumblr. God. Ooh. Yeah. But the other big thing was, so remember how they had a skeleton crew working on stuff. Not anymore, they don't. They fired the skeleton crew as well, which means that nobody's in studio anymore, and whatever project everybody was... Rob is quitting. Whatever projects they were going to be working on, I don't think they're going to be working on anymore. I don't know. We'll start with you, Mira. Like, what do you think of like the updates? Like, Walking Dead getting a new home, them laying off a skeleton crew. Like, what do you think about all of it?
I mean, good for the game, but that's still a shit move.
Yeah, you're telling me. I'm hoping that whoever was working on Walking Dead, the final season at TellTale, I hope that the company brings them on to finish the game. But we don't know at this point. But anyway, May, what do you think about this whole situation as it's continued to unfold?
Well, I'm glad someone is willing to pick up the game to finish it, because they see how many people really want the game to finish. They want closure for the entire arc. Yeah. That's good, that they were willing to do that. I mean, it sucks for the people that got fired, though. That's never fun. Getting fired is never fun.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but it still baffles me that they did that. I'm just like...
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do at that point, dude? That's definitely a for real, like, we are not opening our doors ever again.
Dude, the thing that baffles me is the number of people that are like, there are some people that are like, I wish we had Wolf Among Us too, and then there's a number of people that are like, well, yeah, but you know what game deserves another chapter? The Game of Thrones game. And I'm sitting there like, why?
Here's the thing.
I never heard anything.
A lot of people. They're actually, like, I learned my fucking lesson after the podcast because I started looking at research. Apparently, apparently the Game of Thrones game, people were saying was on par with The Walking Dead as far as how good it was. Because they were like,
Jon Snow in there?
Which is funny because I heard zero things about the Game of
Thrones.
The
weird part is when the first couple episodes came out, it was like people were saying it was super underwhelming and not that great. But then it finished and everyone was like, holy fuck, that was really good. And no, I do not know if Jon Snow.
Damn it, that was the real question you need to be asking. Is Jon Snow in there?
I have no idea.
He needs to be in there.
There you go. But yeah, like apparently once the season finished, people were like, no, this was worth the wait. This was really fucking good. I'm like, I don't remember any good things as it was coming out. But then it came out and it was all done. And it was like, apparently people love this game.
I just never remember anyone talking about it. Like, even where I was.
I didn't know anybody who had owned it,
Yeah, exactly. I own,
I knew people who owned, like, Tales from the Borderlands.
You want to know which one I own? On Steam? I own, actually, Back to the Future. All 5
My
episodes.
dad has played through that, and he fucking loved that game.
AJ's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you're telling me. His Marty McFly is really fucking... Like, I have heard it, because when my dad was playing it, it sounds like Michael J. Fox, and I was all...
That's how you get the rolls.
That's how you get the fucking rolls.
That's how you get the money.
You're fucking telling me, dude. Like that. But yeah, so those are the big things about the TellTale thing. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah, that was the one story that has continual stuff that we talked about. The H3 thing, in fact, we did a meme video on it. The only update on the H3 thing was they put out the apology video, as we said last podcast. Some dude, and this is going to explain why I did the video. So some dude decided he was one of the people that was jumping on the hate bandwagon when they first put out the ad video. A refresher, H3 kind of abandoned the channel for a few months as shit was going down. A lot of personal shit, Ethan dealing with mental illness and shit. They came back with an ad for a video game with like a mobile game that had microtransactions. People were saying the channel's doomed, channel's dead, I'm unsubscribing. Then they put out the apology video. And you read the comments for the apology video, and a lot of people were understanding, like, Ethan, you don't owe us an apology. We all fuck up. It's okay. I said this last podcast, but he even acknowledged that, like, I know a lot of you are bailing. That's fine. I'd probably bail on myself as well. There was a guy, and I'm not going to name the guy because we have such a small fan base, but I don't want any shit to be started with this. But there was a guy that came out with a video who was a part of that hate bandwagon, who came up with a video called Ethan's bullshit, H3H3's bullshit apology video. And, like, he was talking about, like, yeah, this is the same video we got at the beginning of the year as to, what they were dealing with and why they hadn't posted a video in a while. Ethan can sit there and say that he's got mental illness, but he's clearly just doing it for views because he's not going to a therapist and he's not taking pills. And, is sitting there saying, because he's not doing that, he's not taking care of himself, etc., etc. To which people were quick to say, yeah, sometimes people take pills and they still commit suicide. Sometimes therapists don't work. Things are different for each people. It's like he had such a small, ignorant window as to what mental illness actually was, which is why I did the video that I did. Yeah. The sup brosifs. I forgot the name I came up with for that dude. But that's why I had Brody Broskiff or something like that. It's like Brody Brodskiff or Brody Broskiff or something like that. Yeah, with the fucking my hair all up top with the hat hanging off of the...
We couldn't even take him seriously when he tried talking.
I had your fucking steampunk glasses on. Yeah. And I had a bandana around an orange ass fucking bandana around my neck. It was really fucking funny. But yeah, it was, that's why I made the comment when I did the meme video of, wow, it's like, it's really hard to explain mental illness in like multiple ways. So you default to the explanation that works, for you because that's the only way you can explain it. Or like, wow, it's like I have an ignorant view of mental illness, and it's like mental illness is a complex fucking disease that, different things work for different people. Because it's making fun of the fact that this dude completely didn't fucking get it, And I'm also going to say, and I said this last podcast, and I'll double down on this part, that timing sucked, and that video, I really feel like they should have talked to the people and said, listen, we know we got the game coming out. Can we please delay it just a week? Let us get an update video out. So then because I feel like if they had gotten an update video out before they posted the ad, none of this shit would have happened. They would have said, we got an ad for the video coming up. We got an ad for the mobile game coming up. We're going to take a couple more weeks to kind of really get back in the swing of things. And we got a new video coming out so that people know, hey, this video that's coming out next week, it's an ad for our game. You don't have to watch it. Here's what's going on our end. And all that crazy shit. And it's like, I feel like that this thing wouldn't have blown up the way it did. And yet there's still people crying the end of H3. And I still need to watch the new video about the voice-activated vape. But apparently it's pretty wild. Yeah. It's got a really good like-to-dislike ratio, which means it's mostly likes from what I saw. But yeah, great. Good for them. Also, congratulations to them because Hila's finally pregnant. I guess they've been trying. I watched the video. They'd been trying for like 2 years. And part of the mental shit that was going on was like they were getting frustrated because they really wanted to have children. Yeah. And they couldn't. And then now finally Hila is pregnant. So that's great for them. I was happy to see that. I was happy to see that because Ethan was going to fertility clinic? Yeah, fertility clinic to see am I able to have kids? Yeah. And he had the crazy story of him going to the clinic and stuff like that, but it's like, it doesn't matter, they're having a kid now. I'm like, wow, congratulations to them. It's really good, and that was good to see, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that was the update on the H3 thing. Nothing else has come up with Troy Baker. He's still upset. That we know of. Yeah.
Troy Baker is still keeping on. Making the money with the
he's still going on with The Last of Us too.
Yeah. He told someone, speaking of Last of Us, somebody said, all right, I've put this off long enough, and they were finally playing The Last of Us. And Troy actually replied to him, do it right away. You'll never regret it. It's still one of the best things I was ever a part of. And you just accepted a quest in fucking 14.
I did. Hell yeah. Or actually, no, I didn't accept the quest. That's the tone that plays when you get a message.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So like a text alert?
Yes. When someone messages you, that's the tone that comes place.
Yeah.
I don't play enough 14.
Yeah, right. I totally forgot that was the text noise, not the. I'm dumb. Anyway.
I could do that.
I mean.
I care, Greg.
I know you care, and I know that I know that I don't does the things good at all. But yeah. So those are some of those updates there. Other Hardest Reset stuff. The Homebrewers episode 1 finally came out.
Hooray!
That has been a year. That has been a year in the making, and May has heard us off and on talk about that for the better part of narration. You did. Your narration was fucking sick, dude. How did you feel doing all that narration?
Other than I cannot pronounce the word solemnly. I solemnly swear I am up to no good.
You can do it now.
Yeah, I can do it now.
I've got to tell that story because.
Otherwise, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, even though it was a lot. Like I said, it was a lot of fun. Just going through, pretending to be a narrator for a fantasy world.
It was good, yeah.
Being able to describe how each character before they got to the tavern. It was a tavern, right?
Yes.
Okay. Before they
it's the typical D&D trope of these adventurers meet in a tavern.
Yeah, before they meet at a tavern, like what their backstory is like.
Right.
So it was fun to like be able to tell their stories before they got to the tavern, how they got there.
Out of all the backstories you read, which was your like favorite?
I think it's Renfis's.
Really?
I thought Renfis is interesting.
Well, see, I've been working on that. I'd actually been working on that backstory for the better part of like 4 months.
So yeah, then I can tell. Like you really put a lot of effort into it. But
yeah,
I really liked that one.
It started from It started from like a Sunday that I wasn't doing anything. I didn't need to work out, and I was just kind of chilling. And I was like, you know what? I'm finally going to work on Renfis because we had the characters we used for Extra Life last year, and that's what we're going to use as the basis for the campaign. And then I worked on it, and like I literally spent the whole day building this whole lore of where he came from, and then I just kept adding to it here and there and stuff like that. Big shout out to God, I'm not going to be able to read them. J-Rez, who asked how's it going. It is going good. It's nice here on a Sunday evening. Glad it's finally cold out here in Southern California. That's another thing I'm happy for, is that it's actually cold for once. So which was your least favorite? No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding. Babe.
I mean, I'm curious which one was it. I'm just kidding.
Amaryllis. No, I'm kidding.
The funniest thing is, it's just sometimes some of the words I could not pronounce. It was kind of difficult, other than solemnly, but...
You had to read like some Latin bullshit for her
thankfully
character's
there was
backstory.
Pronunciations of that word, so I was able to do it no problem.
Least favorite or Riot. Can you watch the short video, please? We'll take a look at the short video after the podcast is done. We promise you that. Couldn't recognize your voice? Don't fucking do that, phone. I didn't see.
J-Rex, that's what they said.
Oh, J-Rex.
J-Rex, so here you go.
The funniest part was, like, I remember a conversation that we had all had, because we were talking about backstories for our characters, and you're like, are all of them, like, tragic?
Yeah, that was great.
Every time I hear about a D&D thing, that's always what people do. They do a tragic backstory.
And the thing that made me laugh about it was Amaryllis, out of all three of those, had the least tragic one until Brad got a hold of it and added more things to it.
Yeah, that was the funniest bit.
The conflict for her was she disagreed with the god that she had, and so she found another god to worship. That was her conflict.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to take care of this. Okay. I'm going to be copying the link. Don't worry. Okay.
But that was her whole conflict, and then Brad added more shit to it.
Yeah,
about the head cleric.
He straight up added like a depressing fucking backstory to your story. Your story was basically she had one faith, but now she has another faith.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
and that was it. Her mission was to go help people in need, regardless of how what state they're in.
That was
and then
her.
Brad just threw this whole thing in.
This whole thing about the head cleric
nearly killing her, and then and then the rest of the clerics, except for one, died. And I'm just sitting there like, where did this come from?
Oh man, this is already some bad news. I'm very excited. This is probably like a meme video. I'm actually kind of excited for this. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I was wondering, because every time I see it, people always do that sad stuff.
The sad backstory, absolutely.
They never do happy, so I always wonder.
Jesus Christ. That's a video. That was a video.
Anyway.
Alrighty. So, so it's like you made the comment of, well, can I have a happy backstory? I'm like, yeah, fucking have your happy fucking backstory, dude.
I don't know. I don't want to be.
What would if you were playing D&D? What would your backstory be?
I don't know.
Make a happy backstory for your character.
They were a badass, and shit happens, and they do things. I can't think of anything right now because I'm not D&D
I feel
player.
like if you ever
be like a bow, from the sound of it.
Well, okay. Do you know a lot of the backstory with bow?
Well, no. I mean, just to start off.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, then you actually get into Beauregard's backstory in Critical Role Season 2, and you're like, oh no, she came from a really fucked up background. Yeah.
I just say because Bo is a badass.
She's like a punk rocker, dude. I fucking love it. She's just like, yo, fuck the rules. I want to punch some shit.
Maybe people do sad stories because it's just easier to work with.
Yeah. Because it adds conflict to the story.
It's different from what you have because a bunch of us, like, we would never have that kind of backstory in real life. So
so you want to be different.
I think it draws into, like, some of us come from really fucked up story, like from very fucked up
we've got
backgrounds.
Some drama.
Yeah, we've had some shit. Actually, a lot of the backstory for Renfis, I was feeding into some personal shit.
I figured I could tell.
You could tell some of the allegories of, like, he had to run away from these people and they were still going after him and shit like that. So, fucking Robit dropping a bunch of shit. What's going on?
A dwarf barbarian who got too drunk and was kicked out of his keep and decided to live with the wolves.
Damn! That's top 10 saddest anime plot twists. Fucking, that's an anime betrayal if I've ever seen one. Fucking top 10 anime redemption stories. There you go. There you
See, like, Silas was kind of a little bit of a personal thing for me too, just because, like, like, growing up, I always had issues with, like, older men in, like, my mom's life especially, just because I didn't have that figure to kind of trust and everything, and so it still kind of bleeds a little bit. I'm a lot better at it now, but just, like, that whole thing of, like, anytime there was an older man and that came around, like, with my mom, like, I would immediately be on my guard and just not really trust this guy. Right. And with Silas having her daddy issues. Yeah.
My rogue killed a child. That's what Robit said. That's fucked. No, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's bullshit that happened last year that I kind of really was like, I fed into what I was working on for him. You know, just the whole idea of finding a place you thought you belong. And then you have to run, and that causes those people to just fucking hate you, and try to go after you and try to ruin shit for you. Man, it's fucking, yeah. I fed into a lot of, like, personal stuff. My favorite thing is you could tell that Brad wrote Suya's backstory.
Yeah, Chris, see.
That's very true. That is very true. No, it's like, it's one of those things where, like, because the thing is that Brad, like Kanan was helping Suya with this whole shit. Yeah. Because all Suya knew is, like, well, I want to be a fighter and I want to, like, to let the story unfold.
And I want to look kind of like Guts from Berserk.
Yeah, I want to look like Guts from Berserk. I made the
remark on the picture.
Yeah,
like, his first question was like, why does he look like Guts?
Well, that was me. Yeah, I saw the picture. I was like, why does this look like Guts from Berserk?
Because he kind of wanted to look like Guts from Berserk.
Yeah. Okay, fair point.
Yeah. So I was like, what the heck? And then I jokingly said, Kanan looks like fucking Organization 13 over here.
He kind of looks like,
with his picture over there.
He kind of looks like Organization 13's, like, rejected 14th member. It's like, you got too much light in you. Yeah. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, sorry. You can't be one of us. You're not cool enough.
I feel like, no, like, when I looked at Brad's picture for the DM character, I'm sitting there like, is he trying to be Matthew Mercer in this picture? Because, like, Matthew Mercer.
But it wasn't until recently that he started watching Critical Role.
I know, but
it was so funny.
It makes it funny, though, because I remember Matt just kind of, like, whenever they would do, like,
he had the dark hood and everything.
And he had, like, a mask or something he pulled off, and I'm just sitting there like,
and he has, like,
please.
Matt has, like, the dark eyeliner on and shit with the dice. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm looking at the chat right now. So J-Rex says, when Aang forgave the Fire Lord Zuko and Zoku. Sorry, it's hard. I'm so far back, I can't read properly. I haven't seen my mom in nearly 15 years. That's sad.
Rip and pepperoni.
Rip never forget. And then Robit said his rogue killed a child.
Yes. His Rouge killed a child.
His Rouge killed a child. His Moulin Rouge killed a child.
I see the comment about the mom, and I'm just like, I can kind of relate. My dad was never in the picture.
Ooh, I wasn't going to say it because I wanted you to be the one that said it, not me. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. And that's definitely part of your issues with the character of Silas. But yeah, so it was really funny. So her original backstory for Amaryllis was just, she originally followed the god of knowledge, but then realized she wanted to help people, and the group she was with wasn't helping people. So she decided, all right, well, let me find a new god, do some soul searching. Okay, goddess of life, here we go. Now I'm helping people. That was literally her original backstory. You know, kind of like a general coming of age. You think you believe in one thing, but then you grow and you learn you believe in another thing. Kind of a normal, no depressing shit. And then in comes Kanan, who adds the whole shit with, there was a mentor that she cared about, and he got sick after they went to this town, and he tried to kill her, and all but like one other person survived, and we're like,
and
man.
now we're on the hunt looking for him.
And I'm just sitting there like, I wonder what part Kanan wrote, because this wasn't in what you were working on, babe. It was pretty wild.
Like, out of the two, Amaryllis was the happy little bundle.
Yeah, it's like, and then mine was the one that's like fucking Oathbreaker Riot. Oh man, there you go. But yeah, it was one of those things where for me it was like, I already had the depressing backstory. I already had all that fucking personal bullshit and stuff going on, and it was great. It was a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to see where the story goes from here, because I have some personal end goals I want my character to hit. And all that fun stuff, and I'm sure
you need more narration, let me know.
Dude, we're probably going to be utilizing you for narration. And then once we do episode 2, we'll probably utilize you for like some NPC voices.
Depending on when we're on.
Yeah, when you're doing it.
Because if it's late at night, she's going to be like,
no,
sorry,
we are never again going to record an episode at 1 a.m. Because we went to like...
That was nuts.
We went till after 5 a.m. that night. I mean, it was fun, but like, no, next time we're starting to record at like 7 p.m., and then we're all going to be together, and then we'll go to maybe midnight, and it's like, okay, there you go. Because honestly, that was overkill for me, and I have some shit time sleeping. Yeah. But yeah, it was really cool. It seemed like the people that were interested were having a lot of fun with it, and I'm very excited for more people to check it out, and I'm excited to debut episode 2 next month, and I'm excited to see what the fuck Kanan is cooking up. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
my money's on goblins.
Well, there's already goblins.
My money's on more goblins.
Ew! I like them!
That was like the only thing we ran into. Is like, so there are 3 goblins here. Now there are like 10 of them.
Dude, we're level 2 now. We leveled up to level 2. And I was like, level 2. Level 2. It's like when you play like 14 and you switch to a new class and you're level 1 and you're like, alright, I can kill these level 1s. Alright, level 2. Yeah. Level 2. That was me when I swapped to Rogue. I was like, yeah.
That was me last night when I was a Conjure. Yep, stoning everything.
I gotta figure out what my next class is gonna be in 14.
Well, you want to get to Ninja first.
Well, yeah, I want to get like way farther in my Rogue stuff, and then I'm gonna think about a new class. I'm thinking of one of the mage classes.
Wow, you're gonna do magic.
I'm actually
holy shit.
You wanna know why? Because I want to learn a completely different method of playing. Probably black mage. Yeah, the voodoo shit. I'll probably
black mages are pretty cool. Yeah. You can ask Brad; he knows all about black mages. He can help you.
But then again, at the same time, he also has there's a Lancer class now, and I'm like, God damn it!
It's called Dragoon.
Oh, so that's the Dragoon class. Okay. So let me guess. You start off Lancer, and then you go to Dragoon.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, something along those lines.
But yeah, Dragoons use lances.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the class.
I want a lance. I want a Cuban boy from the future.
I want a dragon.
You want a dragon? You want a dragon? Dude, I feel like if you ever played D&D, you'd either be a ranger that has an animal companion or a druid. Or a druid who could turn into an animal. Yeah. Dude, you
would have a bear?
What?
I would have a bear.
You could have whatever animal you want.
I mean, Vex is a ranger. She has a bear.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, Vex from Critical Role.
Yeah, beat that chick from Critical Role.
Laura Bailey with the bear.
Yeah.
With her bear trinket.
With the bear voiced by Matthew Mercer.
With a bear voiced by Matthew Mercer. There you go.
That's the dream. Bear voiced by Matthew Mercer.
At Matthew Mercer.
It is my dream to have a bear voiced by you. I'm sorry. Ignore this tweet. He would probably tweet back, I'm not going to ignore this. You're like, the one tweet. The one tweet. Fucking Ranger is a shit class. Robot is a shit class. I mean. No. Alrighty. So... fun. It's been all fun and games. We're going into our final topic. For those of you who don't want to hear about all of the spoilers for the My Hero Academia 2 Heroes movie, go ahead and leave right now. We'll go ahead and say thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Snazzy Cast. Fuck! I finally did it. I called it the old name. I've called it the old name. I hope you guys enjoyed this 4th episode of the HR Office. Thank you guys so much for enjoying, but stay with us if you've seen the My Hero Academia 2 Heroes film, because we're going to be talking all about that shit and all that fun stuff. So spoilers, yeah, basically. So to all of those who are leaving, thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and check us out on Twitch every other Sunday between 6 and 7, or between 6 and 6:30. We started late tonight because we had Chrissy over and she was helping May with a bunch of stuff, so we got delayed tonight. But generally between 6 and 6:30 Pacific Standard Time here on twitch.tv/GregSnazzyGamer Twitch. That is one thing I will say real quick before we go is we live streamed episode 1 of the Homebrewers on YouTube. I'm never doing that again. I don't like the interface. Next podcast I want to talk about that interface because I like YouTube as a video platform,
but not as a streaming.
Not as a streaming platform because it is way harder to try to get your stream out there. Yeah. You know, on Twitch you got your tags, you can say what you're playing or what you're doing. On YouTube, it's just a name, a description, and hopefully your subscribers join you. You know, you better be whoring that link out everywhere. So it's kind of,
Ring that bell.
Ring that notification bell. Dude, fucking slap that bell. But anyway, so thank you guys so much for joining us. If you want more content, you're watching this on YouTube. If you want more content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Let you know we upload every Friday. Upload some sort of dumb meme of a video. It's going to be really cool. And all that fun stuff. So, without further ado, for those of you who are staying with us, let's talk My Hero Academia. And Robit said he fell asleep, but that's doesn't matter because he falls asleep on Twitch as well. But anyway, let's talk My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. So, I'm just going to straight up say it. That's the best Shonen Jump movie I've ever fucking seen in my life. Yeah. It was really fucking good. I loved it. What about you, man?
I hated it.
Ooh, that's not what you were saying in the movie theater.
I wasted so much money on all 6 of us to go to that stupid garbage movie.
I recall so many times where I turned over and I heard, "Oof!"
That was on the loose. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do jack shit in that movie theater.
Hey, Nate, remember the scene where All Might's wearing the shirt
no,
and the shirt
I don't
falls
remember.
off?
I know what you're talking about. That's
Call me All Might.
That was literally the reaction!
In cosplay.
He fell off of his man pegs.
That was a messy
She's just gonna slowly unzip her jacket. Wow, it's warm in here.
I've got a case of the vapors!
I have fallen.
And I choose not to get up. But legit, though, what did you think of the movie?
No, it was actually pretty good. I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the story, how it tied into seasons 2 and 3. And I liked how they introduced the new characters, both David and Melissa, and how they tied it into the movie is by putting it with All Might's backstory.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, All Might's one of my favorite characters, but I still like how they gave a little insight to his backstory, because I know one of the things that a lot of people ask about All Might is, you know, what's his backstory?
What's his origin?
Yeah, what is his origins? We don't know much about All Might. Like, he's just this hero that suddenly got a quirk from his mentor Nana, and then he became, you know, the greatest #1 hero the world's ever seen, you know, and he's a symbol of peace and the pillar, blah blah blah.
And we find out he was an exchange student that came from Japan who came to Southern California.
Yeah,
and apparently California has casinos.
Has Las Vegas.
Apparently California has casinos on the caliber of Las Vegas.
I didn't even know that existed, but apparently we have it.
I love how that's what got you guys all confused.
Because that's not like that. That's inaccurate.
In comparison, like, Guardians 2, whenever they were in Missouri, whenever Romano and I were watching that, we were like, oh my god, that's Missouri. Wait.
That's not Missouri.
Because that's the thing, because we live...
Does this look like Missouri to you?
See, that's the thing, right? Because we live in California, so we know. That's why when we see Vegas, we're like, there's no Vegas.
This is like, LA is not Vegas,
I was expecting you guys to, like, pick out, like, maybe buildings or something and be like,
no, none of that shit.
I think I know what that could be.
That looked like the Strip in Vegas. That did not look like California.
That's in Vegas, in Nevada. That's why we're like, this is nowhere in California.
The closest parallel I could see is maybe parts of Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, but even then,
it's way more Vegas than California.
All Vegas.
Well, given the fact that All Might's style is strictly, like, a Western look, it's probably mimicked after, like, Hollywood movies.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. All Might does like movies.
I'm just saying, though, it probably makes sense. That's why there are so many, like, casino or whatever looking things in the movie. Because, like, it's all Hollywood.
But I know, here's the thing. I know it's fictional. I know that, you know, you can do whatever you want with liberties. But it still doesn't help the fact that Greg and I looked at it and went, that's not
California.
That's fucking Las Vegas.
I love that. Kanan got a shout out with the Carolina Smash in the movie.
Oh yeah,
like, oh,
you guys got
we got the California Smash.
Oh, and then he says, "May's getting all hot and bothered. Y'all are weeps."
Yeah, we are.
And then I'm sitting here like, "Where's my Missouri Smash?"
I thought he did do it
in
the show.
Yeah, in the show.
Well,
the thing, he did it in the show though. In the show, he's never done California Smash.
He's done Carolina though.
Yeah, but Carolina. But we're saying though that the movie's the first time All Might has ever done a California Smash.
Yes.
Because I remember when I watched the show. After I got into it, my first thing was, how come there's no California Smash? California is
California Smash.
is one of the most known states in the US of A. How come we don't?
Which makes me stunned because I'm just sitting there like Missouri is literally known for not all that much, especially compared to California. But yet Missouri got.
That's why I was
in the show.
That's why I was confused. Like what? But then in the movie's like California Smash, I'm like yes.
I was sitting there like,
state.
How would he know Missouri? What did we do?
Well, he knows Texas Smash.
Everyone knows Texas, though.
Well, I'm just
everything's
saying,
smaller in Texas.
Detroit. He did Detroit Smash.
What's California?
Yeah, what is California?
That's how we felt. Yeah, it's like, that's not California.
But, yeah, so the movie was really good. I liked the backstory. And that plot twist, though, with...
I'm going to talk about that
fucking
plot. I'm going to talk about that fucking plot twist in a moment.
I just remember your argument in the car.
I'm going to get to that in a moment, but I want to ask you, babe, first, just in general, what did you think of the movie?
I'm proud of my broccoli child.
You're proud of your boy. Dude, can we talk about the best boy, Kirishima, getting his best friend a suit?
The best boy, Bakugo.
Not bad enough boy, Bakugo. No, I like
Flag
Bakugo.
emoji.
Yeah, Bakugo's just fine. I do enjoy Bakugo now. But anyway, so yeah, him buying him a fucking yes, best boy Goro catching. No, fucking Kirishima having like a great fucking fashion sense. Like, can we talk about Deku's incredible fashion sense with the red pinstripe suit and his giant ass fucking red shoes?
It was beautiful. Okay,
it was a beautiful disaster. That's what it was.
No, I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, All Might picked out that suit for him.
You can tell he did.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You would think because All Might at least puts a fucking effort into his outfit, you would think Deku would be like, oh yeah, I look up to this man. Oh, this man has nice shoes that go with his suit. Maybe I should do the exact same thing. But seriously, those fucking red shoes do not go with that suit. I'm sorry.
Must we remind you of the yellow pinstripe
Okay,
suit?
see, you know what? I don't like that suit. It looks like a fucking zoot suit.
I want to be like my mentor.
It looks like a zoot suit, yeah.
Zoot suit. But here's the thing. Once
I
again,
be like my mentor. Matching suits, just different color.
It comes back to the whole argument of at least All Might knows what shoes to wear. You would think Deku knows too.
You know she's passionate because she's slapping fucking...
I'm sorry, I just wish Deku had picked better shoes. Like, why those shoes? You have other shoes, I'm sure you do. Your mom is not poor, boy. Your mom can buy you shoes.
Your mom is not poor.
She's not. I'm pretty sure she's well
Christ.
off.
Deku's not more of a girl, though. He doesn't need so many shoes.
Yeah, but he at least could, like I said, once again, it goes and he could at least put an effort and grab some dress shoes.
I'm going to tell you this.
Also, how many times do you think Deku's been to a formal event outside of UA?
You would think All Might would have taught him better.
To get better shoes. All Might actually puts an effort into his clothes. Once again, I come back to that argument.
I'm also going to tell you this. There's the stereotype of, oh, men don't care about their shoes.
Yes, they do.
I'm going to tell you something.
I said he's not more of a woman, though, because that's the stereotype.
I know.
Women have so many pairs of shoes.
Let me tell you this. I got my work shoes, which are like my Converse, my sneakers, my shoes. I got my workout shoes. I got my flip-flops. I got my dress shoes, which are my nice blue, brown Italian shoes. My brown Italian shoes.
I'm counting with you, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. And then I've got, like...
flip-flops.
I already talked about the fucking
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I got 4 pairs of shoes that I actively can wear.
Yeah.
Men give a shit. Just clearly...
Once again, if All Might knows how to dress properly, you would think Deku would take some pointers from his idol.
One of my favorite moments, though, was I love when they're all trying to chase after the group, and Melissa
still had her heels.
Kicked off her heels.
Oh yeah, I was wondering, like, why do you still have your shoes on, girl?
And then she kicked them off like, oh, thank God. Yeah. That's realistic right there.
She realized, okay, I can't run these shoes.
Yeah, because I was like, why are you doing that? That's going to slow it down. Oh, there you go. Good girl.
Throw them off.
That's a girl. Oh, man. Can we please talk about
Kirishima getting lost in the hallway.
Kirishima getting lost is the fucking best! I wasn't gonna go there. I was gonna go right on into the fucking, like, quadruple plot twist that happened at the end of the movie. But, oh my god, Kirishima's a fucking idiot, and I love that boy.
Is the right way? I don't know, I left my phone.
I don't know, I left my phone!
In the hotel.
Oh my god.
Room.
I've had...
I'm pretty sure this is right.
I'm pretty sure this is the right way.
You're pretty sure?
Just the whole setup of like, hey, where's Deku's like, where's Kacchan and Kirishima? And there they are. It's like, it was literally a meanwhile back at the ranch, and they're walking, and there's Bakugo like, are you sure this is the right way? And Kirishima's all, I think so. I don't know. I left my phone in the room. You left your phone in the room?
I also love the fact that the next time we see them, they're getting into the room where the villains are.
Oh yeah, it's like, how the hell did you get here? I don't know. That fucking idiot. I love that boy.
I can't get out of this wall. Just deactivate your quirk.
Oh, that was so good! He's stuck in the fucking wall. He's all, I'm stuck. I can't get out. And then Bakugo's like, you idiot, just deactivate your quirk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah! And I'm just like, I love this boy so much. This idiot.
I just facepalmed a little bit.
I saw that happen. I'm like, that's my boy. There he is. That's my boy. Oh, man. I fucking love Kirishima's my boy. He's my favorite. He's my loud, crazy Red Riot boy. Fucking great. 10
Shout out to All Might for being a bad influence and telling Dave not to go to class. And I'll buy you lunch.
Oh, yeah! I was like, damn. That shit's
We're gonna fail
long.
this class.
Dude, shout out to Toru for bringing Uno to the island.
Jesus Christ! Of course, best girl brings worst game.
I'm just a little sad though because I'm like, I would have loved to see Sue be in the action because she is such a badass.
Mm-hmm.
But she's in the hotel room with Mina and Toru.
Just the fact that
playing
like,
Uno, watching TV.
I can't think of, like, okay, you have all the villain shit, but the biggest villain was Toru for bringing Uno, dude. Like, you don't fucking bring Uno. I'm sorry, not sorry. Don't fucking bring Uno. Get that shit out of here. No,
it's
okay.
Romano.
I know, that's why I'm saying get that shit out of here. No.
This is a ship-free zone.
This is a ship-free zone. Get out.
Right.
I'm kidding, Ben. I'm kidding, Ben.
Here, I'll just put it this way. You can ship whatever you want to ship.
No. Also, it's Romano, so I can jokingly give her shit.
You can ship whatever you want. You can have whatever idea you want. As long as we all agree, All Might is not daddy.
Yes!
Stop.
Yes! Thank you. 10 out of 10.
May, can you agree with that stance?
Oh, thank you, All Might Daddy. Nope!
It's like All Might...
It's making you visibly sick.
It's like All Might is dad, not
Daddy. Literally, like, All Might is like, oh,
no.
I said All Might is Daddy. It's not Aizawa.
I'm ready to sleep.
It's not Aizawa.
Daddy is not Aizawa.
I'm ready to sleep. Okay, Aizawa.
Sorry, Daddy, I've been bad.
For the last time, the line
The movie was good, though.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
So,
The movie was good.
can we talk about the most ridiculous part of that movie?
Yes.
The quadruple... Dad might, not all daddy.
Yes.
Greg is dead.
is
No!
That betrayal.
Oh my god. Okay, so let me get this whole thing straight.
Okay.
So
we need the flowchart.
Yeah, let's pull out the fucking flowchart behind it. So Dave and his assistant got their technology taken away
By the government.
Yes.
Yes.
So they wanted to stage a coup in order to get their equipment back
from the government.
Back from the government. So
that's pretty straightforward.
That's straightforward. Okay, that's fine. So Dave's idea was, let's hire these actors to come in and pretend to hold the place hostage so we can get our equipment back and try to work on it some more.
Yes.
All the while, his assistant hired real criminals and was like, I'm going to take this for myself. I was underappreciated. And then find out that the criminals wanted the equipment for themselves, so they killed the assistant who hired them, and Dave's just sitting there like, I've been bamboozled, and I'm like, what were you thinking?
Well, apparently the whole mastermind...
And then they shot David.
Oh, yeah, that was bullshit. The whole mastermind was the big old head honcho, Keith Silverstein. because
who was working with All for One?
Yeah, exactly.
Which was the coolest part of the fucking movie. But it's like when All Might sits there and goes, All for One sitting there, I was like, they just tied this to the fucking show.
Yeah,
they straight up tied this to the show.
My mind was blown actually.
When that happened, because the general trope for Shonen Jump series that have movies is it's removed from the series. It's not related at all. It's generally filler.
You don't have to worry about watching
You don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch the show. But this movie straight up was like, this is between seasons 2 and 3. Also, the bigger mastermind in this whole plot, the reason why the villain is here is because All for One is trying to get after All Might, which is the setting of all the shit for season 3 and all the season 3 shit. And when that happened, I'm like, God damn it, this is the best fucking Shonen Jump movie ever. You straight up tied it to the series, and that's why I fucking love it so much.
And also you can thank the creator, because he's the one who actually worked with them to make
That's fucking awesome. I love that so much.
We love you, Horikoshi.
He even made a manga to go with the movie.
That
shows how All Might got from to like before he went to America. It shows that, and then it shows him interacting with David and Melissa when she's a little girl.
That's awesome. I love that, and it also didn't feel like it was shoehorned in. It made sense.
I mean, they even made an episode to tie in the movie.
They made an episode to tie it in. There was that as well. And also, I could totally see a character like Melissa showing up in a future season.
Yeah.
Just even if she's just a background side character, I can totally see her rolling on up.
I want her to be support in UA,
have her be like a foreign exchange student at UA. It's like, that'd be cool.
Because I mean, she's already too old to be there as a student.
Right.
She's already in college. So like, if she could just be hired on for the support sector of the school and just help with creating stuff.
Yes.
I want Dave to come back.
Dave?
Yes.
I
want Dave to come back.
I would just like to see more of the whole.
Melissa is the
Melissa
best girl.
was
Melissa
was
she is great.
She was fucking awesome. She also wasn't the stereotypical, because usually they introduce the new female character and they usually do ship teasing stuff with her and the main character.
Which I mean they did a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was circumvented. It was circumvented with Uraraka's response to the whole thing. Yeah.
They also didn't make that the focus.
No.
Which is like what usually happens.
She was important to the plot, but not important to why the main character cared.
Yeah.
Like, he already cared because he, Deku, admired Dave. They're all connected to All Might. She shows up, she's like, Uncle All Might, oh my god, so good to see you again.
And also you related to her because she's quirkless.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. So it's like there was a level of sympathy there, and I was like, it was pretty great. Mm-hmm. Can I also say a moment when I was talking with Suya, because you and Chrissy were changing, we were talking with Suya about it. The double smash gave me chills.
That was great.
I literally was watching, and when they're getting ready, I was like, I was literally in my seat like, this shit is about to happen. And then they all start yelling, double! I'm like, oh fuck! Smash! I was like, oh, this is some DBZ shit! Oh my god! It took me back to being a kid seeing Super Saiyan for the first time. It was so good. It's like, I had goosebumps. I'm like, that was the hypest shit. And then the best part, which is when I saw you explode, was Dave looking up and you see Deku in the same pose that he saw All Might in at the beginning of the film, when in the flashbacks. And I was like, that was the hypest fucking shit. It was so good.
I think that was the point in the movie where I cried.
You were crying. You were legit crying.
I know I didn't die, but I almost cried. I thought, oh my god. Even though I know it was not bad.
It's like he's in season 3, so you know he's
but
gonna be fine.
Still, it's like,
when the wall hit Deku too?
Ooh, yeah, they took some hits.
But just what that feeling when you see your favorite character get in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then that was me with All Might.
That was some of the hypest fucking shit. And honestly, we're not the only ones who thought it. That movie made $5 million last weekend in the box office.
It topped, I think it's been number 1 for a little bit.
It was number 1.
It topped Your Name in overall.
Oh yeah, it beat Your Name as far as most money made.
Yeah,
they extended.
I think it was most made in opening weekend or something.
They also
extended
it 2 extra days, which was fucking great.
It.
But yeah, it topped
beat The Nun.
Yeah, it topped The Nun, and I forgot what other movie.
There was another movie that wasn't there, but it beat,
Yeah, it was top in the box office, and it broke records, and people were just losing their fucking minds.
That shows how popular it really is.
It's like the second like top anime movie, I think.
It was second to what? It was second to what?
A Dragon Ball Z movie.
It was Battle of Gods, right?
I think so,
Yeah. Which I believe it. Battle of Gods had a worldwide release when it came out.
Also, Dragon Ball is still one of those series that, you know, even if you're not really in the anime, it's
you're
so
gonna
popular.
go see. You're still gonna go like.
You know what it is.
You know what it is. Yeah.
I know people like that haven't watched any of Super or didn't even watch any of Kai, but a new DBZ movie comes out, like, I'm seeing that shit. Like, I'm gonna like, okay, my manager, because he grew up with DBZ, he was like, I haven't watched any of the new stuff. How is it? I'm like, what I've seen of Super, it's pretty great. And he goes, I saw Battle of Gods recently. That was a really damn good movie. It reminded me why I love Dragon Ball. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people go to those movies, they watch them, like, man, that's why I love Dragon Ball.
I'm not really into Dragon Ball, but I would watch the movies.
Those
movies are pretty intense.
Those movies are pretty hype, man.
Yeah.
And they got the new movie that they're working on right now, and
I think I might see that one.
Yeah, I might go. I want to go see the dub because Chris Ayers finally returned back as Frieza.
Good.
And the whole backstory on that one is Chris Ayers had to give up a bunch of roles because he had that lung disease, and his lung capacity was like 10 to 15%, which kind of fucked him over. But they worked with it, and like the biggest reveal when they revealed the dub trailer was everyone was all, "Is Chris Ayers back? Is Chris Ayers back?" And he took to Twitter. He had a twit longer of like, you know, or he had a Twitter post of like, it was him with the oxygen shit in his nose. He was like, I want to thank everyone at Funimation for working with me and allowing me to come back as Frieza. I'm so excited for the movie. And then people like Chris Sabat were like, you want to talk about a fucking legend? Let's talk about Chris Ayers for a moment. Like he's on medical leave technically, but he's still coming back for arguably the hardest job you could ever have, which is a DBZ voice actor.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in anime and you're doing like DBZ, like you're not gonna have a voice.
I'll let you know if I ever get in DBZ. Okay.
Dude. Well, I remember hearing the story.
We'll hear it. You won't even have to tell us.
Was it a Level Up Expo story, or was it something I heard on Twitter that Clifford Chaplin finally had his first DBZ moment where he passed out in the booth?
It was Twitter.
I think it was Twitter, yeah. It was on Twitter,
Somebody said it that, he finally had it.
Because the story you had about Level Up was just the whole, like, he said he was going through a lot of personal shit.
He went through a lot of bad shit, when he got Bakugo and he was able to work that out.
I remember some parts of that panel, even though I didn't pay attention. Because I wasn't into it at the time, but I do remember some parts.
I just remember J. Michael Tatum getting annoyed by all the fans that kept asking him for, like, Black Butler lines, and he's like, guys...
Oh, yeah, or the person was, like, asking Lee say, yes, Miller, or whatever. He's like, were you here, like...
You weren't here, like, 20 minutes ago?
When I just said it?
He did it in a dumb voice, like, that's his actual true form.
Or just Justin being asked which of the girls he would date.
Well,
He's like, out of these 3 girls in Class 1A, who would you date? He's like, none of them, they're all high schoolers. Just,
good
Tatum's
answer.
died, he's like, good answer, kid. I was like... That is a damn good answer. Justin Renner's a sweetheart. He was so hyped that I said, it's like, I love you, Deku, but my first role for you was Young Work. He's like, oh my god, from Gangsta. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. He just got all like excited. I was like, seriously, the most excited dude. And then he was signing at AX, and there was an All Might cosplayer.
I was there with you.
Oh, you were there with us when the All Might cosplayer walked by?
With you.
When the All Might cosplayer walked by, I was like, oh my god, All Might! And it's like, oh my god.
I was there.
This boy, this kid, like this dude.
Yeah, seeing that, I was just like, I really want to meet him.
So good. Then you hear him in Pop Team Epic cussing up a storm, and you're just like,
I can't do
Deku!
Boy, sit down.
Boy. But yeah, so
You're grounded.
The My Hero movie was 8 out of 8 great made. It was
when it
really
comes out on
good.
DVD.
I bet you we're all going to end up buying a copy. It's going to be good shit. I was really good.
There's just going to be 3 copies floating around.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, I mean...
It was good shit. It's a really damn good movie. So I thoroughly loved and enjoyed it. So, alrighty. So I think that's a podcast. That's a podcast. I'm already losing my voice because of all the yelling and excitement that I have. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us and sticking through this. If you have any opinions and comments on the My Hero Academia 2 Heroes movie, let us know down below. Let us know what you think. It was a damn good movie. If you liked it or if you didn't like it, just let us know. If you want more content like this, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. We upload the podcast onto YouTube every other Monday. We live stream it every other Sunday on twitch.tv/GregSnazyGamer Twitch. We also upload videos on Hardest Reset every Friday. We got a video coming out this week. I can't talk about it because I don't know specifically what video I'm going with, But we are going to have a video nonetheless. So until then, thank you guys so much. Really hope you guys enjoyed. And we will catch you guys next time. So until then, we will see you guys later.